Welcome to 5-Minute Insight. In this session, we give you a brief presentation of the ERP-system Sage X3. Sage is a British multinational ERP system vendor founded in 1981. The company has historically had a strong focus on smaller organizations and has a wide range of offerings regarding accounting softwares. In this way, Sage can be compared to the Nordic vendor Visma, but with the British market as primary market. Sage Group is listed on the London Stock Exchange and has a number of venture capital companies as largest owners. The ERP system Sage X3 became a Sage product after an acquisition in 2005 of the previous French system Adonix. The system was launched on the Swedish market in 2018 by the local Swedish partner Systemstöd. Sage Group is one of Europe's leading vendors of business applications with a focus on small and medium-sized organizations. The company currently has plus 13,000 employees but has no physical presence in Scandinavia. Sage works exclusively with a partner model, which means that sales and implementation takes place entirely through local partners. For the Swedish market, there are two partners that offer sales and implementation of Sage X3, Systemstöd and Adonix IT. Sage X3 is a cloud-based application that publishes new major versions annually with minor updates a couple of times per year. The primary delivery model is a private cloud service, but can also be offered as a public cloud service or as a local and on-premise installation. The software is internationally distributed with customers in about plus 50 countries, and the product is translated into 15 languages. As target group, Sage X3 targets small and medium-sized organizations in the range of 50 up to 1,000 employees, but there are examples of both smaller and larger organizations. Focus areas are manufacturing industry and trade distribution. In total, Sage X3 has about 7,500 customers, of which about 15 are located in Sweden. Sage X3 is still a young product on the Swedish market, with sales only through two local partners. For these reasons, the product, seen from a Scandinavian perspective, is still an upcomer with a limited number of customers. We will, however, see an increase in the number of customers for Sage X3 in the coming years, but at the pace that the local partners can handle. If we look at functionality, Sage X3 is a relatively comprehensive business application with coverage for most business processes. The strengths lies within manufacturing, order and logistics. One strength and opportunity is that Sage is gradually opening up its database and platform. This means that the customer and its partners have access to the system source code and thus can make customer unique improvements in the same way as was previously possible for Microsoft Business Central, an option that Microsoft has now limited so that the central source code is locked. But access to the source code means that there are great opportunities to create cutting-edge functionality and support customer unique needs. As market position, Sage X3 is in the middle of the market according to our market analysis, which is primarily aimed at the medium-sized and large organizations. Common competitors in selection cases are Microsoft Business Central, Jeeves, SAP Business by Design, and NetSuite. In the segment of small and medium-sized organizations, also the local system Monitor is a strong competitor. A brief summary of the company and the Sage X3 system. Sage X3 is an established and proven international application, but still quite young on the Swedish market with a limited number of customers. The application has a broad system coverage and stands well in the competition against most business applications offered to medium-sized organizations. Based on the fact that the customer and its partners have access to the source code, great opportunities are offered to create unique functions and process flows. In general, the system is perceived as modern and user-friendly, and the future strategy of the supplier is to introduce more open source and provide tools for integrations and customer adaptations. Sage X3 is one of the few suppliers that can offer systems for the manufacturing industry and at the same time as a public cloud offering. You have listened to a short presentation of the ERP system Sage X3. More information about Sage X3 and other ERP systems can be found in our market analysis, ERP Systems in Sweden. The analysis can be ordered and downloaded from our website. Thank you for listening.